guys, it's Katie Forrestal, and I am doing something a little different today with my acrylic pour. I am going to do a little bit of a controlled pour. So I wanted to make a landscape. I still love the organic nature of acrylic pours, so I'm sure I could learn how to do landscapes and do all the brush strokes like they do, but then it would take away from that magical thing that happens when you do organic pours. So I'm doing a little of both here. So let's see how this goes. I've done something like this before, but this is my first time doing it exactly this way. So what I've done is I've used some wire that I had to make some shapes so that I can start my landscape and stop the paint in certain places so it doesn't all pour together unless I want it to. I'm also going to, in here will be evergreen trees, and I'm going to do like just a pour going down like this, and then I'm going to swipe to the sides because I've seen that done. I tried it once and I wasn't too good at it, but I'm going to try again. And either way, if it doesn't work that well, I can always just make it a pour, and it won't look as much like a representative tree, but it'll still remind you of trees. So what I had to do for this is look at all the different elements in this painting, and starting with the sky, and pick out the colors that I'm going to use, and I'm going to do a pour for each section. So in the sky, up here and down in here, I'm going to use a dark blue that I light into with some white, which is like just a basic blue, and then turquoise and white. And I'm going to do about a half a cup all together to make sure that I can fill in this whole section here. So I have to do it like a pour. I can't just like pour the three colors and expect them to do anything. So what I'm going to do is sort of go back and forth with the colors. I want to kind of make like cloud looking design. So I'm going to go a little zigzaggy, but not too zigzaggy, because when you do too zigzaggy, it actually kind of goes like up and down, kind of like these. Yeah, it'll kind of go like this a lot, and then you'll get a lot of those, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to try with just kind of a slight zigzag in there. So that was the white, and then the blue, and then a little turquoise. Then I'm going to go back to blue. White. And turquoise. Now I'm using, the blue is actually Craft Smart Satin, and that was out of a bottle like this. This is turquoise Craft Smart Satin. And then the white is actually Artist Loft. Artist Loft metallic white. Alright, so I wanted to make sure that I have a little bit of that. Actually, I don't need any of the blue left. I'm going to save a little bit of that turquoise for some other things, but there's plenty of that. So I think I'm going to do about a half a cup to make sure that I can fill in that spot up there. It's always better to have too much than not enough, because if you start pouring and you can't fill it in, then you got to go back and make more. So I'm going to go ahead and start by just going across the canvas like this with this, so that it will pour down. And then there's places where I think I'm going to need a little more, so I'm just going to kind of fill those spots in. Now the wire is not foolproof. I taped it down because it was kind of bent in. Maybe it's because it's old wire. But it doesn't matter if it overpours a little bit, but it's giving it a boundary for the paint to stop at. And then what I'm going to do is actually take my paint stripper tool and use that to set it in place a little bit. It won't set it permanently, but it does work pretty good at kind of giving it a dry spot for the paint to kind of stop. Yeah, I like the way the clouds are coming out better. Last time I did this, they look a little bit more like snow. I still are getting those white bubbles in them. I'm not sure why. I might have had silicone in one of these paints. It's causing that, or sometimes the Floetrol will do that too. But it's okay, because just keeping in mind that acrylic pours are abstract. They're not meant to be representational, although you can get elements of representationalism in them. So I see some places where I'm having a hard time getting it to go down without getting into those places where I want my trees to go. So actually I think I might use a paintbrush to kind of push it a little bit. It's okay to move it around a little bit with your hands too, or with other things. You don't have to just do a total full pour. Now, I am going to mix this painting a little bit with swiping too, so I might even go back and look at the way the clouds are forming and say, hey, maybe if I do a little swipe there, it'll look more like a cloud. So while I have this paintbrush out, I'm going to fill in these spots here. I'll go back into places like this to try to get rid of the extra paint that's in there. And then I might even do a little swiping to create certain patterns. But we'll see. Let's see how it forms naturally first. That's my favorite part about this, is the organic way that it works. Let me put a little more here, missed the spot there. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and finish this. We're out here, so we don't waste any paint. Fill in that one spot that I missed. And then I can go ahead and pull some down from the top too, so make sure there's enough there. Might just go ahead and do a swipe right here, actually. I have a lot of extra paint coming off the side here too, so I can go in and pick that up. The nice thing about the sky is I'm not trying to make any specific thing happen. I want it to just form something cloud-like that reminds you of the sky, with all the other elements. There we go. Now, pretty much got all the spots I wanted to get. Use up. This actually on the side here is going to be a mountain, and it's going to have some blues, and I'm going to have like water coming over the top. That's okay. Leave a little bit of that there. Put some of that up a little bit, but this will have green coming in too, so. This too much, but just enough to, yeah. I really want these to mix together, and like that's what I did wrong. Was I didn't go back and forth with the colors, which I meant to do, but I like the way that's forming over there. I just need to do some swiping again, like I did before, so that then I can let it pour. Work out. So let me do that again. Swipe some of this all the way over. So we get a better mixture here, and then pour it. You can see when you swipe it pulls up the colors from underneath and pulls everything together. Then you can do a little pouring and let it be natural again, get some of those cool designs coming in, get some more, you can see this, I'm going to turn it around for it. get some of the cells coming up. I didn't use any silicone this time. It was just all Flowchurl, so I didn't think to use silicone on this. And I don't know, definitely didn't need it because the Flowchurl was working really good at making cells. So I like the way the lake's coming out actually. It's pretty cool. Go down on that. Go like that. Up. Which this lake doesn't have to end in a certain place because I just chose where I was going to put the border, so I can just leave it the way it is right now, but I might as well just try to go up to that. In the meantime, I might be messing with my other stuff up here, but it's all good because I'll go back and look at it. If I don't like it, I'll change it. Still love the tree. Might go down a little bit with it. I mean, not the tree, the mountain, the waterfall. I feel like there's a little more blue in the middle, but actually other colors will come out as it dries, so I'm gonna leave that go. But my clouds are coming down. Just do this. So again, I just went on with my finger. Just go on my finger, fix some of those little spots in. And then I'm gonna go back here once again and switch that stuff up. I don't know if this video is gonna be any good to show. Maybe I'll just do another one once I get this technique. Next part. Run out of cups here. Silver. I want the silver in there. You will lay down. You'll know. Here I got 3 cups. Alright, so this one I want to do a little burgundy. Gold. And this is golden brown. Burgundy was Craft Smart. The golden brown, Craft Smart, and the gold is the Artist Lock Metallic. I don't need too much of this. I really want it to mix well, so I'm just going to do I look like I got shoe colors here. That's okay. That burgundy got a little too watery, so it's like running really fast. So I'm just gonna run this way. That's where I need to go anyway. We'll go ahead and add some more gold because the burgundy is kind of dominating and it's supposed to be like sand. A little bit of my beach too. I mean my lake. Take away from my lake. It's pretty though. Alright, I'm just gonna do gold and page now here. Burgundy. Like clay instead of sand. I'm going to swipe a little bit here because I really want to move some of this over here. Move some of this paint. That blue and red will be fine. I like to really smooth that a little bit. That's fine. That's not, but start with trees because I don't want to get too caught up in busy views yet. I can fix them after. It's a cool contrast. Now for the green trees. And not put too much purple in them. Just, yeah, I'm really careful with that. So I just want the trees to look like evergreens with just a touch of purple. Like on the edges. So I'm literally just going to put drops of purple in here. Lots of green. Just a bit of purple with that. Alright, so on the trees, we're going to do some just straight down. Lines, and then I'm going to go back and swipe them across so that we get the tree looking thing. That quickly is good because I just want a little bit on top. So, if you haven't seen the swipe, the way you do the swipes is go across the top of the paint. I'm doing it like a tree. What's going to happen with that is it's going to bring up all the paint from underneath and cause some cells to happen. And you should be able to see all the colors. Which are not, there's only 3 colors in this. I have the Grass Green by Craftsmart and Hunter Green by Craftsmart. And I think I need to make a little stuff at the bottom. I have some brown paint that would be easy to do. I like the way these are coming out. That one doesn't, so I need a purple coming up. Sometimes I have to sit for a couple minutes before they actually show. Underneath. Here. Brush. Ooh, I like that. Okay. I think I'm gonna find after doing this video that this is longer than my normal pour, so means I have to charge a different price for it. So I'm gonna look at it more like fine art. I think all acrylic pours are worthy of being considered art, just like any other form of art, but I think that some are more just commercial and temporary type of art that people aren't going to necessarily keep forever. Where other ones might be a little more representational, a little more unique, and someone might consider them fine art. So I'm learning as I go, and someday I would like to consider a lot of my paintings fine art by learning a lot of different techniques and incorporating structure with organic magic nature of lures. I think there's a lot to be said about that. I love these trees. Honestly, I don't even think they need stumps. Evergreens. Evergreens, you don't really see their stumps anywhere. They're not like fruit trees or whatever. Oops. Those trees. And I have these little areas here. I still feel like I didn't really see the purple at all on those trees. Maybe I'd like to splash a little purple on there. Pretty good. I'll use that. Very lightly. I can skip it. Let me see this grass finish up these little areas here. I like it. One tree needs a little extra help, I think. Yeah. Oopsie. What am I doing? Going the wrong way with the swipes. Let's try that again. One more. You're going to be the tallest tree after all. This is tough. Here's that ground in it. Could be like a blue shell. Good.
What would be about